Hello, this is the TradeSite Forex market preview and international economic data roadmap for the week beginning Sunday, the 26th of July, 2020, ending Friday, the 31st. So the end of the month is on a Friday for July here. Here's a look at the dollar index daily chart. New lows for the last year, finally getting some action. Hopefully that leads to more action. That would be good for us as traders. Go through the major daily charts, then we'll look at the intra-week action. And then we'll talk about the calendar and what's coming out this week. Here's the euro dollar new highs, obviously the inverse of the dollar index. Pound dollar still stuck in the middle of the last year, but it is trying to rise and could potentially break out of that little cup there. Aussie dollar near highs. Euro yen also near highs. Pound yen, not really anything there. Pound Swiss dead flat, and the New Zealand dollar pair is near the highs. All right. 30-minute chart of the euro dollar. 250 pips range for the week. That's pretty decent. One of the best we've seen in a while, so no complaints there. Obviously, it looks like most of the move was on Tuesday. Pound dollar high to low for the week there is just under 300 pips, so 275, about the same as the euro. The move here is Monday and Tuesday. Most of the rest of the week was kind of flat. I wouldn't call it super exciting, but we did have some winners. All right, so let's take a look at this economic data that's coming out. Monday, Bank of Japan summary of opinions. Sorry, that's Sunday. Monday, all industries activity out of Japan and their core CPI. Remember, these are all Eastern Standard Time shown here. Money supply out of Europe, private loans out of Europe. German IFO business climate. Core durable goods here in the U.S. at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Then Monday night, we jumped 12 hours. SPPI out of Japan. We have the UK nationwide housing price index, Spanish unemployment rate, CBI realized sales out of the UK. On Tuesday, we've got the S&P housing price index at 9 a.m. Eastern time here, and then CB consumer confidence at 10. Richmond manufacturing index out of the US at also at 10. Then we jump till the evening. BRC shop price index out of the UK, CPI out of Australia. Going into Wednesday, German import prices, Credit Suisse economic expectations. By the way, a two-day Fed meeting starts on Tuesday. Mortgage approvals and money supply and net lending to individuals out of the UK at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Goods trade balance here in the U.S. along with preliminary wholesale inventories at 8:30. Pending home sales at 10. Crude oil inventories at 10:30. And then the rate announcement out of the Fed at 2 p.m. Eastern Time along with their press conference at 2:30. I'm sure that'll be an interesting one. Building consents out of New Zealand at 6:45. Retail sales out of Japan. Business confidence out of New Zealand. Australia's building approvals and import prices. German preliminary CPI out of Europe. Spanish flash CPI out of Europe. German unemployment change. German preliminary GDP. Italian monthly unemployment rate. Unemployment rate out of all of Europe at 5 a.m. Eastern Time Thursday morning. 10-year bond auction out of Italy. We've got the first look at GDP for the second quarter here in the U.S. The forecasts for some pretty negative numbers. We'll see what happens here. Negative 35%. We've got the GDP price index, unemployment claims. That's the weekly initial number and continuing number. Natty gas storage at 10:30. UK has their consumer confidence at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Unemployment rate out of Japan. Preliminary industrial production out of Japan. Manufacturing PMI out of China. Australia's got their PPI and private sector credit. Japan's got consumer confidence and housing starts Friday at 1 a.m. French flash GDP, German retail sales, Swiss retail sales, French consumer spending, French preliminary CPI, Spanish flash GDP, Italian preliminary GDP, CPI flash estimate out of Europe, Italian preliminary CPI, and flash GDP all out of Europe at 5 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday. Italian retail sales, and then here in the U.S., and first Canada, their GDP, IPPI, and RMPI, along with our core retail or core PC price index, personal income and spending, employment cost index. That's all at 8:30 a.m. Friday, along with Chicago PMI at 9:45 and revised University of Michigan sentiment at 10. So a lot of key data plus that Fed meeting. That GDP number is going to be key to watch, obviously. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.